What is up with it, guys? My name is Sirius, and today I'm going to be talking about drive impact and how to counter it in Street Fighter 6. So if that sounds like something that you've been struggling with, and you'd be interested in finding a couple of solutions on how you'd be able to deal with that, then this is the video for you. And with that being said, let's get right into it. Alright, so as you can see here, we've got Cammy doing a pretty fake-ass block string, but I noticed that oftentimes when people are spamming drive impact, it's when you're burnt out and when you're in the corner, respectively. Like, I mean, it can happen in either time, but usually you're either one or both of those things when people are spamming drive impact. I have seen it spammed mid-screen as well, but where you can really expect it to be spammed is in those situations. And as you can see here, we've got Ryu just throwing her out of the drive impact. Drive impact has a lot of startup frames, so getting a throw out on pretty much any drive impact, I haven't seen a setup that beats throw, so you should be good to just use throw in pretty much every situation where someone is using DI when you're not hitting buttons. I want to make that very clear. It has to be when you are not hitting buttons. I mean, there are some situations where yes, you can get the throw out while you are pressuring them with your own buttons, but this is strictly for defense because that is where it's going to be overall most applicable. And I did want to show that it worked mid-screen just in case anybody was curious, because I know it does kind of look like it could be a corner-only type of situation, but just so you know, it does in fact work mid-screen as well. And adding on a little bit to this, we've got Honda and Kimberly right here. Kimberly, as I'm sure a lot of people realize, has a very odd drive impact. She jumps into the air, so a lot of people might be like, whoa, what about Kimberly or people with other weird drive impacts? As you can see here, she still gets thrown. It's completely fine. She's not actually considered airborne, so you can still throw the drive impact. As a matter of fact, you can actually command throw it, which I was not expecting to be able to do, but hey, I mean, if you got those reactions, feel free. I'm not about that life, though. Now, I'm sure we're all familiar with being on offense and someone is just mashing drive impact. It's one of the most annoying feelings in the game, and while yes, you should be able to deal with it by using cancelable normals, another pretty easy way to deal with it while on offense. For some characters, I didn't test every character, so that's an L on my part. I am showing Cammy because she's who I main. But as you can see here, she can break the armor pretty easily just by hitting the jab button, and then she gets a little spiral combo afterward. I believe this should work on anyone who has a spammable 4-frame button, but if it doesn't, please let me know and I'll try to update it. And the last thing I wanted to touch on for the video is just that you can jump it. If you react fast enough, you can jump it. I would say it has to be pretty early at the towards the start of the drive impact, but you can in fact jump it. Notable reasons why you would do this instead of just canceling into your own drive impact, because if you can jump, you can drive impact, essentially. Is if you are low on overdrive gauge, then sometimes you're not going to want to do that drive impact. So getting the free jump on reaction could be very nice and very useful. Not to mention, if you really react, you can get a jump backwards and punish most drive impact without using any of your own overdrive meter if you don't want to. And with that last tip, the video is going to be coming to an end. I hope it was helpful to you. I know I've been getting mashed on by drive impact, and it's been a little bit frustrating. So I went into the lab and I tried to figure out some pretty consistent seeming ways to deal with it. So let me know if it ends up working for you, and let me know if you want me to share my opinions and tips on other situations in the game. I really hope you enjoyed or found it helpful, and I will catch you guys in the next video.